Hey everyone, Regina Jones here, founder of Navigate and Thrive Coaching, and we are in day 7 of our 11 days of transformation from loss to renewal. And today today's day 7, and today we are talking about signs of renewal. And I want to, first of all, thank you for stopping by, embarking on this journey with me, those who have decided to walk out the 11 days, and also those that are joining via replay. I really appreciate it. So I have some notes here. You may see me glance down here or there. I just want to make sure that I stay on track with my thoughts. So, in our journey through grief, sometimes we can experience unexpected times of renewal, times when we begin to see life differently or find new parts of ourselves that is emerging. And this can come about or manifest in many ways. It could be a time of maybe you have rediscovered a past passion. Maybe you have adopted a new interest, or simply changing how we interact with the world around us. And it's like it can be akin to like the first shoots of grass or flower that appear after a long winter. So for me, in the months after losing my mom, it was very difficult in that my world had kind of narrowed. And I've shared this before. This is the catalyst behind the 11 days of transformation, is deciding to do something different, deciding that um, I didn't want my world to continue to stay narrow, right? So I'm venturing out with the 11 days of transformation. I began to just do things differently, decide to be engaged, decide to accept invitations, decide to explore passions, and rediscover who I wanted to rediscover myself, right? And the loss of my mom, that in itself brings about identity shift, right? Because she will always and forever be my mother. But now I became the eldest of all of my siblings, and um, being that being that overtoe, right? And so today, a couple of things I'd like to share and talk about, talking points, is number one, recognizing moments of renewal. And then also, what does it look like to cultivate renewal? And so my encouragement to you is that to reflect on moments like right after that loss. And we have already talked about in the beginning of our series that your loss may not be a loss of a physical person, but it could be a situation of loss. And there's so many variables. And I know that all of our journeys are not the same, exactly the same, but they're similar in experiencing moments of loss. So I want you to reflect on moments after you experienced loss, when you felt a shift, you felt that shift towards something positive, you began to feel a little bit uplifted, even if it was something small, even if it was the smallest little things. And my checkpoint for you is to identify these moments and then understand their significance in your healing process. What were those new interests, habits, or changes in perspective that came about, and what they may signify for your personal growth? And then we also want to think about what cultivating renewal looks like, because sometimes that renewal process may not be organic. It may be something that you have to purposefully say, I have a desire to do something different, to make a change, to not be so withdrawn, to not close myself off, to not assume that I'm alone. Remember, yesterday we talked about people, and I realized I went through an experience where I looked up from my loss, from the rain, and from what I call being in the pit, to recognizing that I have people that were there to support me, people there to encourage me, people that had been down the road, the loss of a mom and other losses that I was experiencing simultaneously, a lot of traumatic loss. And I looked up and I said, you know what? I have people. I'm still excited about that. So sometimes renewal does require a conscious effort, choosing to engage in activities that foster growth or healing. And it may not always be a warm, fuzzy situation. It may be something where you are challenged to come out of your norm. And I want to preface that with saying when it's the right time for you. I'm not trying to rush you. I'm not trying to put you on a timetable because no one can do that for you, right? This is something that I'm hoping that you will discover and not stay stuck, or as I say for myself, not stay in the pit for too long. So, those that are in my immediate circle, we have an agreement that sometimes I may be in the pit with other situations, right? Because sometimes we experience loss in different situations over and over again, or that I'm going through a challenging time. I tell my friends, I may go down in the pit, but don't let me stay there too long. Throw a rope that will just grab me and pull me up. I've given them permission to do that because I know that if I don't give someone permission to do it, I run the risk of staying in the pit way too long. Like I know me, you know you, right? So we know what we need and what boundaries we need to put into place, even for ourselves. So we are talking about how renewal does require a conscious effort, choosing to engage in activities. I know I've said that before, but I just want to say it again. Things that foster growth and healing. And it doesn't have to be a 50% improvement. It may be 1% today. And we're going to take that for a win. So there are a lot of ways you can say, okay, Regina, how do I cultivate renewal? So some examples are you could try taking a new hobby, whatever that may look like. I know it sounds kind of cliche, but it could be anything, something that you've always wanted to do. And it just, you're finally just going to take that step down that path. Maybe volunteering and also connecting with nature. For me, I love being by the water. I One of my favorite ambient sounds at night going to sleep is ocean sounds. I love to go fishing. I could sit out there all day. Um, but anyway, so these activities can act as nourishment for our soul and help us to forge a path to recovery and rediscovery. So that is essential. So I always like to end my sessions with a question. And so my question to you is, have you noticed any signs of personal growth or renewal in your life after a loss? Maybe it's a skill, a revived interest. These are some of the things that we've already talked about, or a fresh outlook. So I'm asking you to share your experiences in the comments below so that we can celebrate these moments of transformation together. Your story could be a beacon of hope for someone else that has really given up on re engaging with life, re engaging with the world. What I love about this series that we're doing this week, it is all about loss to renewal, that we are purposefully making that transformation, making that transition from what it feels like with that loss to come into a place of wholeness and renewal. We know that 11 days is not, excuse me, we we know that I'm not saying that it only takes 11 days to get over a loss. But this 11 days is just symbolic for me. And I'm hoping that you would implement some of these suggestions in your life so that you can be on your path to wellness and to renewal and to wholeness. I believe it. I believe you already have within you what you need for your journey. Okay. So this is day 7, and tomorrow we'll be hanging out on day 8. And I hope to see you there. I am Regina Jones, founder of Navigate and Thrive Coaching, and we are here for your journey. I'll see you soon.